Hey everybody, thank you for joining me. We have a crowd of 150 people here. Thank you so much. I'm gonna post the link to join the chat in the stream. So here we go. So if you want to come up. We can discuss anything and everything because there's a lot of stuff to discuss and I cannot do it alone. I'm not sure where this is gonna go, but I do think it's gonna go in the direction of her wanting to not hide that she's going over to the trap. So there is a benefit in her confession and her rescinding of the charges you're trying to for both Nader and for herself. So what is she getting out of it? Well, getting her boyfriend, not boyfriend, back. Hi there, Mama KB, Rose, Janelle. Thank you. Please smash the like button. Go Hens Girl, Muba, Leany Bo, Mary, Sam Joseph, KK's Corner, Blistoff, Tokyo Kitty, Fauna Woods, Kensley, Arabella, Cauliflower. Welcome. How are you doing? We got Kelly as well. We got Gugu, Tizzy Dawn, Valos J, Sherry Duval, Marius Tarot, Dam Kate, Mindy, Bilger. Anybody can come up and talk with these community sessions. So we got Cauliflower on the stream. You're added. Hey, Collie. Alex K, hey there.
Hey, Monty. Sorry.
So no problem, Squiggly. Hey, everybody. So I don't even know where to start with this because I don't really want to speculate, but then again, I kind of can tell because once you've watched Foodie Beauty for a while, you know how it works, right? You know her MO, you know that she's doing this for a specific reason. She does everything for a specific reason. What are your
Exactly.
thoughts? Yeah.
I don't want to speculate either, but to be honest with you, and I'm trying to keep my emotions out of this because that's exactly where I'm going with it first, is like my emotions just went everywhere. I just want to comment on something that she said, which I thought was so horribly manipulative. It's not even funny. When she wrote to the detective and said that she cannot go through this because of her mental health, that it affects her mental health and that she
Hmm.
finds it overwhelming. My first thought was, does she not think that any victim out there, any abusive victim out there that goes through case after case, and sometimes that can go on and drag on for years, does she not think that it's mentally exhausting for anyone that does this? So what makes her so different? Because she put it on a platform and monetized it, which is
Right.
probably the most disgusting thing that she said in that entire video, aside from the rest. We knew the other things. We knew she's still in love with him. She's still, wanted to get back together with him, and, and all of this other stuff, like all the excuses, like it's fluff. It's all, oh, the drugs, the this, the that. No, dear. No, no. I'm staying on the main part of this, which is the most important part, and that is the saying that she couldn't do this because of how it affects her mental health. That just disgusted me.
Right, exactly. Like she literally put in everything to make sure that the whole thing doesn't go forward. The mental health thing, the no evidence thing, the I love him thing,
Mhm.
like every single thing was put forward. I do now have what she posted on her members only section. Let me bring it up on the screen here. So, and I'll read it out loud. We're waiting for other people. Oh, wow, what happened there? Let me stop my screen.
Mhm.
My apologies, people. I don't know what happened there. Let me share my screen and let me share it without the audio. I don't know what went wrong. Why is it doing that now? Holy moly, sometimes StreamYards does mess up. So let me try it again. Okay, now it's okay. All right. My apologies, everybody. Sometimes StreamYards does mess up. So she said, just a warning before any more beezing. I don't want any nether talk in my chats anymore. I am tired of victim blaming. I am tired of explaining my decisions to people who only want this drama or to those who don't understand and are just downright hateful. There is no excuse. I am so tired of people always expecting me to be perfect, like I should have handled this perfectly. Statistics exist for a reason. If it were that easy for an abuse victim to leave, It would not take an average of 7 tries to finally leave. It took me a while too, but I'm not explaining myself anymore. So, one effing word of shame, etc. I will block and never unblock as you have been warned. I didn't go back again like people think. Those were not my boots. In fact, no one had ever seen me with a pair of black boots. She actually has several pairs of black boots. I should point that out. Like, people literally make shit up and morons eat it up like tongue lips, tongue. I am not going back. I have not been there. There. So any questions about him ignored and any victim blaming shiplocked. Well, we already knew that was coming. She always does this.
Yeah,
The
nothing
same
new.
thing. Yeah. That yeah, you talk she can talk about it, but if you wanna talk about what she talked about, she's gonna block you. So whatever she says goes, and then after that, don't talk about it anymore.
That is dictator speak,
Yeah.
honestly. That it is such another source of manipulation because she can say that's why she sat you were so right about the video she made. She can sit and make this video because she was pretty much preparing everybody for basically if they find her, going off and not being online or if she ends up being there. Well, you can't say anything because I already retracted my statements.
Yeah, exactly. So she wants the final say, just hush up, believe what I said, and that's it. Don't talk about it. Don't do anything. That's it. That's what she's doing. Yeah, and she's gonna rage. She's definitely gonna rage the next live stream she's on. So expect that. Expect a lot of blocking. Expect VABs with tomatoes, VABs with ones in the chat. It's the same cycle. We've seen this multiple times before, and it always ends the same way. Who's the other person talking? Mama KB. That is Cauliflower currently on the panel. If you want to be on the panel, then I did put the link in the chat. So new people are always welcome. Just click the link, um, follow the setup instructions to connect your mic and whatnot, and you can come on. I'd like to say hello to Julie S. We have Lanny B, Deb F, DG, Blistoff, Boo Boo, Jill, Tiny, Ghost, Sam Joseph, anybody else here. Thank you so much for coming over and speaking about this unfortunate set of circumstances because it's still a very sensitive issue, especially when coming from people who have experienced DV before and who have experienced a lot of trauma, and then having her do and say things like this is really it's putting a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. But once again, I'm gonna still wait because I'm sure there's gonna be more information. Maybe Nader will speak on it, maybe not. I have no idea. Plus, I gotta wait to see what happens when Didi gets back to the trap because I do think she is trying to do what Didi did to her, as in being that barrier, so to speak, or to not have her stay over there. Because when Didi was there, she couldn't stay over, but she's trying to go over there. Well, that's just my opinion, so that Didi won't be able to go over there. Lee Pepper says VIBs don't care with their cult mentality. Yeah. Anything else to add, Kali?
Yeah, I was gonna say about the VIBs, like, why I understand empathy, okay? I understand when you watch somebody, you become you become involved and engrossed and all that. But time after time after time, she's doing to them what she claims that they shouldn't be doing to her because don't victim question or anything of that nature. But you're doing the same thing because you're manipulating, you're lying, you're telling your audience basically that I'm going to live my life, I'm going to do what I want. But when something happens or when something becomes so impossible she can't handle it, then it's guys support me. And they do it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, who do we have on the stream? We got Marius Tarot Journey. You're on the panel.
Auntie, how you doing? Hey,
I'm good.
everybody.
Hi, Maria. You're so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that. I just have one thing to say, right? I was in an abusive relationship for over 10 years, and she's lying. She's back with him because I know I went back when I got beat up, and I
Hmm.
pressed charges, thing, and it just baffles me sometimes, but I have to understand and take myself back to the time when I was blind and I couldn't see past the forest and the trees.
Yeah,
She's gonna regret this decision that she just made because that man is gonna treat her like dirt, more worse than he ever has, and it's just a
true.
sad situation for all.
I'll say this: if let's say what she went through is truly what she went through, she's now at a disadvantageous position because she's taken back what she said happened, right? I'm sure she could
Yeah,
say again, yeah, I really did go through, but you already took it back. So people are not gonna keep putting up with the back and forth. You if you say he did something to you, then you stick to it. I can still understand that people go back to their abuser, but Foodie Beauty has been doing this cycle for months. So let me add Fauna Woods. Fauna, you're on.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't have much to say right now besides like everyone what that's like spoken so far is very much correct about Chantal.
Okay. All right. No problem, Fauna. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot to this, and I really don't want to speculate because there's still people who think maybe he wasn't charged. I'm not sure if no one wants to speak to that, but there's so many at different levels. Was he really charged or was he just brought in? Did she talk to the probation officer or did she actually talk to law enforcement outside of, corrections? Did um like what was the consequences of his actions or what is the consequence of her pressing charges? Did the charges go through? Well, if she actually did press charges, is the crown going to go through with it? Are they trying to tie it to the whole May Anderson situation? There is a lot to it. Let me add Tina. You're on. Hi there,
Hey,
Tina. How are you
hello,
doing?
how are you? I'm doing
Good.
well, thanks. So I've been watching for a while, but I've never like commented in your chat or anything like that. But here's my deal with this situation because I'm thinking, what is she going? Let's say they do get back together. What if they get back together and he does the same thing that he's been doing, which bringing Dee Dee over, kicking her out the trap? What is going to be her recourse now since she has done this and put it online?
True. Yeah, they were. What is she gonna do? She's like I said, weakened her position to what her experience is. Like, how many people are gonna believe her after she's put out that video? Now, once again, I'm not gonna say that she's lying or anything because I can't take away what she, her experience, and I won't, try and invalidate her experience. But if she still thinks or believes that what happened to her, and these charges are true, then she has eroded a lot of her position with people who want to believe her, is all I'm going to say. Maria, did you want to add to that or are you okay? Tina?
I
yeah,
was
no,
gonna.
I was. Zero people is gonna believe her because it's like the boy that cried wolf. Um, I reflect on my situation, and all I can say is that every time I reached out and asked for help after I went back, the help became less and less and less, and I found myself having to do it on my own to wake up and understand that the illusion that I created on holding on to an image of a relationship I thought I was in was only on my conscience. I had to break
Mm-hmm.
free. He has to
True.
disconnect herself from anyone or anybody associated with that man in order for her to free herself. And I don't see that happening no time soon because she's too dependent. She has father issues too. I've done readings on her in the past and it doesn't look good. It doesn't.
I see. Okay. Well, thank you for that, Maria's Tarot. Tina, did you have to add something to the
I wanted to
conversation?
say, she keeps using this. People go back 7 times. There's usually a reason why people go back, whether it's financial, they've been love bombed, they have children. What she is doing is putting herself in harm's way, basically, because I think that both of them are dangerous. I saw that comment about uh, she's dangerous. I think he's dangerous too. And I think with her doing what she just did, which completely discounts everything she said previously. No, if she even attempts to do anything with the police after he has really done something to her, they're going to look at her sideways, whether he did it or not.
True.
He
Very.
also has pending other cases, right? He has essentially, I guess, May, and I guess there are other cases that are pending against him. So right now he's doing the smarter thing, and he's going to come out looking like the victor in all of this, unfortunately, because he's not saying two words about it. And he's got the sympathy of his group over there. And then he has, Miss Dee, who I'm gonna tell you something, is the worst enabler in this entire thing, is her. Because why would you allow Chantel to walk back into that door if you weren't some kind of an enabler too? If you weren't in this for some reason too? See, no one looks at that. Everyone thinks, oh, Dee Dee's such a good friend. I don't think Dee Dee's so great in all this. I think she's the biggest enabler out of all three of them. Why are you staying in this? Why are you so invested in this? This man's food could not be this magical that everybody wants to be around him. So there's some other parts of this I think that are kind of missing, that are YouTube related, that have nothing to do with the domestic violence case. I think it's more of a show than anything else. But like you said, I can't speculate on what was real, what didn't happen, what did happen. But when you share it to the public, there's a difference between having situations where you're living with the person or married to them or have kids or financial, whatever, like I'm sorry, Tina was saying. But there's also another situation that's completely different. This is online. This is YouTube. This is three people involved that all seem to be very okay and very comfortable with all this being out there. I don't care what they tell you. And they're getting paid for it. There's a difference.
True. Puppy Breath says, for all the extra work you do, thanks to you, mods and panel/chat. I appreciate you all. XOXO. Thank you, Puppy Breath. I appreciate this. Can I also add that Dee Dee was the connector to the situation after it popped off? Because remember, if Chantel is correct, and I do say this with a grain of salt, she said that she tried to get in contact with him, but he would not speak to her. So she was contacting Dee Dee, and Dee Dee finally let her speak to him. So if you remember that, it was in, I believe, the deleted stream when she was raging because she was stressed. She did say that. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I do think Dee Dee does have her part in all of this, or has a part, because there's a lot of times she could walk away and she didn't walk away, especially when this has been becoming messier and messier and messier. So yeah, I totally get what you're saying, Cauliflower. Welcome everybody that's in the chat. Please smash the like button. Anybody has anything else to add, you're more than welcome to speak.
I think what's going to happen is Chantal's most likely going to get charged by the Crown because of this. If she did try to press charges, that means. Because I don't see anything good coming out of this at all.
Yeah,
I kind of see that as well. I could definitely see them coming after her, especially after putting out that video, the community tab, the community post. I kind of looked over that, but when she actually posted a video saying what she said, and if they go back and look at almost anything in the last month, they probably would come after her. I would think. I know they probably would here in the States.
as I've been saying, yeah, I think that she thinks nothing will happen to her and it'll just all happen to him. And that is not the type of train of thought that she should get into, because things can happen to her, especially after, if she did really send that letter to whoever she sent it to. Like, I'm sure they could easily look into her, or maybe Nader has, filed complaints about her on his end of what she's doing. And that letter that she sent is going to substantiate, or may substantiate, his claims. You never know what's going to happen, so you have to be very careful. Hey there, Suzanka. Maria, you want to say something?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm 43 years old as of February 7th, right? And I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. I'm a smoker. I'm overweight. I was also diagnosed with pre-diabetes over 4 years ago, but I didn't want to take the medication. So what I did was I put down sugary drinks and I replaced it with non-sugary drinks. And I was able to lower my A1C from a 6.7 back down to a normal range. I didn't get rid of the diabetes, but I was able to reverse it to the point where it wouldn't keep me susceptible to getting full-blown diabetes type 2. So when she say that she cured her diabetes, I be cursing out my screen like this bitch is lying. I'm sorry to curse, but she be lying, yo. She got a lot of things up her sleeve, this woman. It's unbelievable. I just sit here, I'll be like, yeah, But you know what? What's done in the dark is gonna be revealed in the light, and the truth is gonna come out. Especially
Exactly.
with the domestic violence situation going on.
It always
I'm
does
just,
with her.
yeah, that's all. I'm just trying to hang in there and do the best I can do and live my life to the fullest because it's a lot of things that I put myself through. I used to blame other people for what was happening to me, but it comes a point in life where we have to wake up and become adults and start owning up to our own shit and stop blaming Tom, Dick, and Harry for what's happening on the inside of us. She has that problem. She don't have no self-awareness, in my opinion.
Very true. Bedusi's green drip bean flicker sour clap says, I feel a raid stream coming. Indeed, I think this is set up for the same thing it has always been set up for, which is the raid streaming, especially after that community post that I read earlier. Eden B, welcome to the chat. Smash that like button, everybody. So, how is this gonna go forward? I have no idea what the VIPs are saying or what they think about the entire situation. There's a lot of chatter everywhere on Twitter, the farms, Reddit about exactly what's gonna go on. Anybody have anything else?
I want to just give Maria praise because that's not easy to admit and it's not easy to go through. And I give you so much credit, especially like I was just saying, you're not out there telling everybody your story, but yet you're coming here and commenting on somebody else and you're giving such, authentic, of yourself. I have such respect for that. That's what I'm saying. It's like I have zero respect for a person who's been doing this for 10 months. And even before that, there was a level of this even before him. You could see it. She keeps repeating about BB and Pete's and all of this other stuff, but you manipulated them too. You cheated on both of them. So there's obvious issues there. Work on your mental health. Work on, whatever it is that you can't be, you don't have any self-awareness. You're not accountable for any of this. That's why I'm saying she never pulls away. She's got to come back and she's got to make a video and she's got to do live streams. And I just want to do crap and go on Omegle and make the dumbest mistakes a person could possibly make in this whole situation because you're not mentally fit right now. So go and take care of that instead of making more problems.
That Omegle is something else. I signed up. All right, let me do something different. All I encountered was nasty men yanking off. So I said, okay. I put a screenshot of a fetish box with a dildo on it, and I got clicked off immediately. They didn't want to see none of that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna hit y'all where it hurts, yo.
Oh, that's funny. Maria Stero, when were you actually on Omegle or Omegle, however you want to pronounce it?
A couple of days ago, but I deleted that app. It's a bunch of crap on there. I ain't got time for none of it.
It's too much, actually. It's really too much. And it's just well and widely known that it's a site where you'll just randomly get matched and then it's just a guy jacking off.
Yeah, it was like, nah, I'll take my chances in McDonald's.
That's funny.
Oh, God. I have my fair share of Omegle horror stories. Like the first time I went on there was like maybe 13, which don't do that. That's just don't. And yeah, it's just full of that. It's full of guys jacking off and shit. It's gross. But at the same time, there is a bar that you can put certain tags in, so you can talk with people who have the same interests as you. And it's right there on like the front page where Chantal would have been able to read it if she can read, which surprised me that she probably didn't do that and just kept clicking randomize, which ended up turning into she kept getting paired with these creeps and children.
Didn't she say she needed to learn new things? That's what I heard her say one day. I was like, damn, woman, what's wrong with you?
But not learning it while you're live streaming it. That was one of the stupidest things she could have done because, like you said, Fauna, anything can show up, right?
Exactly.
Anything. So there she is, and she's, you know, in a wig with barely any top on. You know, she does not look like some businesswoman. She looks like, hello, I'm ready for like a, you know, Friday night fling, and laughing. And when they show up, you're shocked.
Yeah, and Omegle's known to be a chat room where people go on there to you know, enact sexual favors over screens. So the fact that Chantal was so surprised seeing some of this was just like, really, this is kind of like well known.
True.
Exactly.
I wanted to say I'm going to go ahead and tap out.
Okay, Tina. Thank you for being on the panel. You're welcome any other time. Take care. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Were you saying something else, Kali?
Oh yeah. As far as like the Omegle was concerned, if you guys, that's another thing. Research Omegle. There are so many sexual predators and you know, pedophile cases that are involving Omegle. So no wonder people were coming out after her after that whole thing, because you can enlighten that all you want, saying you didn't know, you know, she's starting to sound like James Charles. I didn't know, you know, that they were underage. You know, shut up. Shut up.
If I may, because I don't got no shame in my game. I'm 43. I have 7 children, right? My oldest is 22 years old now. I was diagnosed with HIV in 1998, but you can't tell that I'm infected with HIV. See, I don't got no problem disclosing my status and what I'm going through, because this is my life. Ain't nobody gonna do for me what I can't do for myself. And I learned that through all the dark times and dark moments that I had to go through on my own in order to wake up. This woman is in for a rude awakening in regards towards her health if she don't shape it up now, because I see myself in her, and it's scary, and she's not listening to no one. And I just pray, you know, that things will turn around. But she has a lot to work on, and I hope she get it right, because she is funny sometimes, but god damn, you know, like it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've been looking back at like 2018 and everything, 2019, and it's such a difference between what she is doing now and her mentality and how she speaks, her cadence. Everything is so different from being at BB's to now. It's like a train wreck, literally. And Maria, I think you're strong. I would never have, you know, guessed that you had that issue, you know, and it's very brave of you to really come up on the panel and speak about that.
Recently passed, so my children don't got no father. Now that I have a heart, I have to get my shit together, you know. I gotta worry about, you know, I want to see my grandkids.
All right, Maria. Yeah. You know what?
Okay.
I appreciate your words. You're amazing for this.
Yeah, you're a very strong woman, Maria.
Yes. We got Logical Lolly on the panel. Welcome.
Hello. Monty, think you're unbelievably awesome, and you bring such a natural style to all this. And I am infuriated by the fact that Foodie Beauty can maintain monetization through all of this. I do not have, there's no sense of logic in this. That's why I only come to you to watch, so that if there's any money to be made, it's through you. for this content, how can she remain unscathed with all the things that she has posted and admitted to? It's unfathomable.
Exactly. Like, where is the end? Where is the bottom? Every time we think she can't get any lower, she gets lower every single time. And I'm not sure if she's gonna face consequences. I'm not sure how this YouTube situation is gonna go with her. Then when she's got this situation with Brooke, because even though she's deleted the live stream calling Brooke a "see you next Tuesday," people still have a record of it. So we'll see what happens. Is all I keep saying. I'll here to review and I'm here to react. I just wish she'd do better, because then there have been YouTubers who have been a wreck, so to speak, but they have improved their lives, which is what I'm sure a lot of people want Foodie Beauty to do, is change your life for the better, for the positive, and not for the negative. Hey there, Sandy, what's up? You want a link? Go ahead, Logical Lolly.
So when you're following it, as a lot of people who have been in relationships before, you see what happens to her. She is addicted to that relationship. It's not necessarily to him, it's to what it gave her through him. And so when she gets that hit, she gets that fix, you see the 180 in her personality. So she's getting whatever it was traumatizing, it was awful, it was the worst situation, and then she got her fix. And then all of a sudden everything was changed. And then, but it's these, not just the VIB, it's everyone in that support community. When she states how awful it was, how she had to live through this, and then she changes, we're all expected as her audience to go along with it. And did you see that latest? Well, you posted it actually at the beginning of this or in the other one, where she was saying that, you're going to be blocked then if you have any negative connotation to anything that I've said right now. You're going to be blocked.
Exactly.
So yeah, it is. I can't comprehend that she can't comprehend that she's not seeing what she's doing, that it just changes just for her. The whole world, all of the people in our audience have been bearing their souls with the domestic violence. Oh, are we allowed to say that? I don't know if we just are allowed to say
go ahead.
Okay,
Just say
that
DV.
they have been through, and yet and she almost it's so much disrespect to how she is putting herself in that spot and then changing her mind. During that confession last night, did you hear her say that she actually wanted to recharge again? Did you hear?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I could not believe it. I was watching it going, she is actually saying, she showed that letter or email that she sent, and then she actually retracted her retract in real time. It was, again, I'm appalled. I understand that feeling of getting the hit, but she's doing this and it actually is harming other people. It actually is harmful. And why YouTube is allowing this to continue and having, even though Omegle, if that's how you pronounce it, where she was live streaming that live stream, it's just, she's unscathed in everything that she does and making so much money. I'm infuriated. Can you pick up on that?
I'm with you, Lolly. Absolutely, 100%.
I'm
I work. Monty knows
like
I come in at 100 o'clock after a million-hour day, and I can't come off camera because I deal with a lot of people all day, and the people who actually see me. And so the situation is, I'm working. She's making $20,000 a month. For what? For actually abusing others' mental health. That's what she's doing by asking me to support her and understand her. And from the beginning, when I was watching this, because I came right on when she started with Natter. I came right on then. And when she was doing that, all the retractions, every day, and I was like, wow, is no one going to say you're being a hypocrite? Is no one going to say this in her chat? No one ever said it. No one ever said it. They're just like, oh, we feel so sorry for you. You're right. Anyway, I
Yeah,
Thank
go
you,
ahead,
Monty.
Lolly.
No,
Yeah, no
I
problem.
I could go on for days. I could.
Yeah, I think one of the aspects why a lot of people aren't really saying much is the whole not trying to invalidate the situation. Because what if it really did happen, right? What if her experience with her alleged SA, the physical abuse and confinement, if it's real, would you want to be the person who is invalidating that? No. So it's like different layers that she has where I even guessed it without seeing her community post. I'm like, I know how this is gonna turn out. She's just gonna say, if you talk about it, I'm gonna block you. People are still gonna talk about it. They are gonna get blocked. We are gonna have a rager. And it's the same thing we've seen time and time again. Blockfest for 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 days. Then after that, people are blocked for a while. Then they're unblocked, and then the VIBs act like nothing happened. It's the same cycle. It's over and over again.
She invalidates herself, though, Monty. That's what's so she invalidates herself. She actually it's in, I don't know. Well, I will back out because I am just sitting here appreciative of you, appreciative of your audience. And I still tune in. I think I'll tune in to you after you drop her because I like your style. I think that you're very fair in your approach. She's even brought you up several times recently. But her claiming this naivete to everything that's going on is rubbing at me, and I just can't I can't believe that she's making money. So I will watch you on every channel. Hopefully you make money and that it doesn't go to her because she needs to be checked. There is no check here. She's had none. But thank you for letting me join in. And it's nice to tell you how sweet you are. And my little heart faces to you are very real. I think you're amazing.
Oh, thank you, Logical Lolly. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'll go back in the chat and behave in there, okay?
No problem.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, smash the thumbs up, everybody. We got Buddha. Come on, Buddha, you're here. Welcome.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Hey, we can hear you. Finally, seeing you in person.
Hi.
I love your hair, by the way. It's so pretty.
I'm
Aw,
a
thank
Buddha
you.
fan. Hi, Buddha.
What's up?
What's up, girl?
I gotta say some things. So let me start with this. I actually have done exactly what Foodie has done. So going to the police station, walking in and saying, I have a complaint against an abuser. Now, what makes my situation a little bit different is that I walked into that police station with a complaint about one of their own. It was, now this is all resolved now. So, but it was a staff sergeant. And I had to do exactly that. I had to sit across from someone, detective, tell my story, and build a case. I had to have videos. I had to have surveillance footage. I had to have so much. And it was so difficult to have the confidence to feel like I might be believed because he was a narcissist. He was my stalker for, that show You, where a guy stalks a girl and then she starts dating him. Well, I did that. I dated my stalker. And it took years to develop the whole thing. And then I had to get a restraining order against him and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, watching her play out her little game, whether it is valid or not, if her claims are valid, and I'm sure there are some levels to what she's been through with Natter, but her actions constantly invalidate her own claims because her behavior is not backing up this experience. And she doesn't quite understand that if you're going to say this, they're going to look at you and go, okay, healthy skepticism. And then you're just going to act like a crazy person and still expect people to believe this story where you're afraid, you're traumatized, you're trauma bonded. I'm triggered, and I've been through this exact thing, and I don't believe a thing she says. I don't even think she even went in and filed it at this point because it makes it too real and then she has to answer real questions. I think she just parked in the parking lot and then came back an hour later and parked in the parking lot again. I don't know. It just doesn't ring right to me, any of this stuff. Sorry, I talked a lot. Oh no, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh,
My bad. I'm so sorry.
I thought I just
saying.
babbled.
I'm so sorry. I was saying that a lot of people agree with you because there have been comments that they're saying they're not even sure if charges were actually filed. Maybe she, once again, like you said, stayed in the parking lot, then came back again, or maybe she just spoke to the probation officer and that's all she did. Like we don't even know if the charges were filed because there's a lot of inconsistencies all over the board. So this is why I have not been saying much of anything and just letting it play out until there's more information because I just don't want to put my foot in my mouth.
I wanted to ask Buddha something because I love her opinions. I laugh at everything she says most of the time. So what do you think of the letter she wrote? Do you think that was even authentic?
I think she's a lazy POS. So I think if that was a legitimate letter, that would have been her being like, I did something. I let somebody know I didn't want to go through with it. But to be honest with you, a detective, no.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
Yeah. You have to actually go in. You have to be on camera. Like there's cameras in the corners. It's a whole process. And if she walked in and actually started this process, they will follow it through. They won't just be like, oh, okay, she retracted. Let's just let it go. Especially if he has priors. They're going to look into that. Like they had to look into my case, and it was against a working police officer that was actually their bosses.
Yeah.
So they had to look into him. And the case went on for years, and he had to retire, and there's a restraining order still going. But they had to investigate him at the level he was at. So they'll look into Natter if she even started the whole process. She's full of shit. Full of shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't just email that. You have to go in. So the fact, also just how she wrote it was really off.
Yeah, it was very like, hey, very Amberlynn with the nails. I decided my mental health is so important.
I'm sorry, but I can't come in. It's my mental health. Like, girl, no.
And I'm just in love with him, so not this week, okay? Bye.
Yes, very that situation typed out.
Hippie, did you want to add something? And how do I say your name? Because I don't want to ever mess it up.
Okay, that's the main reason I got on here. It's Hippie Easter.
Okay, Hippie Easter, gotcha.
Gotcha. Okay, and thank you so much for everything you do. I want to say that to start out with. But the thing that I want to say is either in her letter or in the video that she did, she said something that just really disturbed me. I personally, thank God above, have never been in this kind of situation. And honestly, I don't think I could ever anyway. But she said something that just really disturbed me. She said something about, well, I want to drop the charges, but then I don't want to drop the charges. And then I think about the other, because he could go out and do this to some other women, but then I don't get my justice. Okay, do you want to stand up for other women? Or is this all about you? And I know it's Foodie Beauty. I know it's all about her. But that just tore me to the core, that she would think more highly of herself than some other woman that he might could stab another woman. You mean, we don't know any of this. And that's just totally disturbing that she went there and said that. She doesn't think about what she says. Not one iota. She doesn't think.
I agree with that 150%. Like, absolutely. That one time that she did that stream when she was talking about talking to Nader's exes and that she was going to bring them live and, discuss all of this, like, there were probably people out there that were banking that she would do that, set an example. And she totally, like I said before about manipulation, she totally manipulates her audience into thinking that she represents for this kind of stuff. And she doesn't. Absolutely not. She's a child, a complete and utter child. There's no way that she can understand how she acts as an adult because she's got such a childlike mentality.
It is so sad. It is so sad. And Monty and everybody, y'all are wonderful, but I got to say I got to have Monty say my name correctly. So that makes me happy. And I will leave y'all now and continue to listen. And again, try to behave in the chat.
All right, no problem. Thank you, Hippie Easter. Appreciate you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so to continue the discussion, we were saying that she really tries to say certain things that are very PC, such as the incident with Roman, aka Alex. First, she was against him, then all of a sudden he's back, and then she tries to start gaslighting and retcon the situation. He said what he said. Like,
don't get me started on that.
Yeah, like, why are you doing that? Ozzy, I'm adding you to the stream right now.
Roman.
Hello.
Hi, Ozzy.
Hey, Ozzy.
Hi.
Hi. I'm doing all right. Just getting my tripod out. But I'm a little bit behind because, of course, I am. Everything moves a little fast in the Chantalverse. But everything she does is just feels like manipulation. Literally everything. And I don't know. I heard you guys talking about she wrote a letter to like backtrack and retract what she said, and it's like that is the dumbest thing that she could do right now is to backtrack after everything she's done.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But you know why she's backtracking, right?
Yeah, so she could get back in his house.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
It is completely ridiculous, but I think we might be in for backtracking the backtrack in the next few days, depending on how Nader reacts to this public admittance or backtracking, however you want to call it, because it's so confusing at this moment in time. But I really do think she will react to his reaction because that's what she's been doing. Her filing of these charges, if it was actually filed, was just a reaction to what he was doing, going to the courthouse. But he was just playing an angle, and she decided, hey, I'm going to do this to him before he does that to me, and we have this current situation. So
if she did that, she's in big trouble.
But that's exactly what she did. She was reacting to what he was doing and did this. Then she got into trouble because he didn't really file any protective order. And then now she has this situation where she's filed or said some serious allegations against them. Now she has to backtrack. Now, if he really still doesn't want her over there, she might backtrack the backtrack.
Well,
so we might have a mess.
Totally.
The video, she said that, oh, right now, I wished that I couldn't take it back. Like, she is even contradicting herself as she's talking. She's having a whole stream of consciousness while she's making this video because she knows that's why she didn't do it live. She's like, well, I can't have your comments and your, all of your messages, deter me. So I'm just going to sit down and answer your questions and say no, you're going to say what you need to say because you know damn straight that they're going to tell you how nuts you are. But she even said at some point that she's like, right now, I wouldn't take it back. Then why did you?
Very true. Yeah.
The woman is a walking contradiction.
I just think that if I pray that she didn't. I pray that she sat in the parking lot and just did her thing, fake streaming like she does, and she didn't go in, because there's a lot that could go wrong for Foodie Beauty. Her channel could delete it, the Omegle thing. Like, I've been watching in my 43 years of being on this planet, I have never seen such drama, and I went through full borderline recovery. So I've seen a lot of drama. And if she did go in and start this whole thing with the police, actually, she's going to be in a lot of trouble. And if she thinks that nothing's happening right now, so it's okay, it's a slow burn with the police and these kind of charges. And she might not know for 6 months whether or not she's going to get in real trouble for filing fake information. Like, they'll really do their due diligence, and she could
For
be in a
sure.
lot of trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She just thinks she can get away with everything because she has been getting away with everything for years. How many of us have been watching her for years, and whatever she says, we just believed? Somebody made the point in the chat that if you didn't know Foodie Beauty and you looked at her latest video, you're most likely to believe her because she does come across as genuine. If you had no other information and you looked at, am I dropping the charges? She seems very genuine, and that is what gets people. It gets you within her orbit where she'll say things and you will just believe what she is saying. Who else do we have here? It ain't that. I'll add you right now. Within her orbit where she'll say things.
Hi
and
guys.
you will
Hi,
just believe.
Hi.
I've been watching her for years and years.
I'm sorry, I'm camera shy.
It's
No problem.
I've been watching Foodie for years, and like, I miss the days when the worst she did was fart on camera and eat a product she wasn't supposed to. Okay. I miss those days. Okay, because like, this is just so insane, and it's so hard to keep up with her because she's just live streaming like 12 hours a fucking day, and I got better things to do with my life.
Yeah, so
And
true.
it's absolute insanity. And with her going back to Nader this last time, I just felt like throwing it all out and being like, I'm just done with her. I'm tired of this. It's too much. You know, there's a limit. Everybody has a limit, and I'm very close to my edge with her, and just giving up completely. Just she's too much, man. She's too much.
Very, very true. In fact, she is streaming right now. So what we're gonna
Yep.
do is
Of course
I
she
would
is.
kind of like to be about 10, 15 minutes behind because I really hate the pausing. It's just too much for me. And to carry an audience through the pausing can be a lot. So what we'll do is we'll wrap this up in about 5 to 10 minutes. If anybody has anything else to say, we're always gonna keep doing these community posts. It ain't that you didn't really speak much, so do you have a point to make? Go ahead.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is I'm a very observant person, and it takes a lot for me to believe anything that a lot of people say because of that. So when, I look at her videos, I see things, and I'm like, when I see Nader's videos, I say, okay, what's different here? That, like, when she talks about, oh, I'm going to go on a diet or I'm going to start eating healthy, I know she's around Nader. And also, when he did a live, the shoes were in the corner, they were her shoes, the head shaving. I'm a very observant person. That's all I wanted to say, is that I just notice things that she does because of being, more observant than anything else.
Okay, gotcha. I totally understand that. Like, there's certain giveaways, like of course, the singing is one of the biggest ones
Mm-hmm.
that we've
Oh,
caught on
yeah.
to. The way how she says certain words, or when
Right.
she's interacting more with other people, you can always tell that she is getting farther away from Nader. That's why she'll
Right.
start bringing Pete's in. Roman is a character that she wants to put in as he's like a bench warmer, where she'll bring him up to play when Nader has done something naughty or she perceives he's done
Right.
something wrong against her.
Yes,
That's
and
exactly what she's doing.
Exactly. And one thing, what I wanted to say also is the recent one with the shoes in the corner. I said, Chantel went ahead and made this video because she once again got busted. That's the same thing that happened the last time when he panned the camera onto her and she went ahead and made this whole thing and came and did an apology and I'm sorry guys, is because she got busted. And she was afraid to maybe go live and get the backlash. So she's like, let me make the video and talk about it because they seen the shoes. And the one part when somebody in Kiwi Farm said they seen her car and she's like, prove it. Prove it. That's the last thing. She said that the last time when they did see her car.
I mean, there was also the time where they didn't see her car and they were just bullshitting her.
Right. Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
get why she would want them to prove that they saw her for reals.
Yeah. And that makes me think that, you know, when she says it like that, it's like, okay, yeah, I was there, but they have to prove that I was. You know, because she knows they can't prove it, or maybe they're just talking up their ass, you know. So
Yeah, and another tell-all is her arrogance, and I have a feeling that in this live stream you're going to see it. She's going to become defiant. She's going to become arrogant. She's going to be saying things like, "I told my truth," you know, and if nobody likes it, they can leave. I will block you. You know, it's going down the line of once again instilling kind of fear into her VIBs that if they're not there to support her, if they're not there to be there for her, they can leave. I don't need your $4.99.
Yes. Yep. That is so true.
And her head was clean. I'm sorry. We've seen what she does to her head when she shaves it. That was not her doing.
That
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I
We
cut
all
my own
know
hair,
that was
and like
Natter.
I can't do that with my. I couldn't shave my back of my head like
Exactly.
that.
Guys, I was a
My hair
hairdresser
workouts one.
for 17 years, and I couldn't even do it that clean on the first go, standing behind a person in a hairdresser chair. That was too clean for her to do herself.
And did you see the way she so casually took the cap off? Like she was like, ta-da! It was
I did this at
glistening.
5 a.m, guys.
Yeah. Exactly.
That
Right.
was some OxyClean man-esque bald right there.
Yeah. And this is tangential, but DLF also has his head shaved. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, they're
If you've seen
similar.
it. Yeah.
They're slowly morphing into one person.
Yeah, his head is cleanly shaved. I'm like, why?
They're like the twins from Bridesmaids.
DLF now too
Oh
much.
God, no.
Yeah. Love your
He
kitty, Ozzy.
moves to New York next.
It's Oak. I've been playing keep away with my pizza with him.
Well, I just want to say before I go that I love all you guys. I watch the chat. I love being involved. That's why I joined as a member, Monty.
Thank you.
So you need to hurry up and get your P.O. box because I have a gift for you.
Thank you. It ain't that. I am having issues with the P.O. box. Come tomorrow, Monday. I actually got to get a master business license, and that is how I'm going to set it up. So hopefully things go smoothly tomorrow.
Yes.
No
Well, thanks
problem.
for having me on. I appreciate
Oh, I guess she exited fast. No worries. So we're gonna wrap this up because I'm gonna be about 15 minutes behind Foodie Beauty, and I want to catch the rant and raging because she might actually delete that live stream. You never know. So if you have any last comments to say, anything, go ahead.
I adore you and this community. This is the best community, honestly, hands down.
All right, thank you, Kali.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me on.
No.
This was actually like, thank you. Also, Monty, you're great. Everybody else in the chat's great. Love you all. Mwah.
You too.
All right, thank you,
Fauna.
Fauna. Take care. Ozzy,
I want to say
nice to
something.
finally see you on camera. That's awesome.
Yes.
Like the
Nice chatting
glasses.
with you guys.
Yeah, anytime. See you soon.
See you guys.
I wanted to say something real quick. My name Buddha bitch is because there's two sides to me. There's this real fiery bitch side that's based on emotion, and then there's the Buddha side that's based on chill. And I come to Monty's channel for the chill side of my personality, and I go to FFG for the bitch side of my personality. So I want to thank you, Monty, for being such a safe space to just talk about things without having a raging emotion.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem. Anytime. All right,
Same.
thank you, everybody.
Love
Thank
it,
you,
Buddha.
Kali. Yeah.
Thank you, Monty, once again. And I really do mean it when I say this is the best community, and I've been in a lot of them. This is definitely that. So thank you.
Anytime. I will see you guys over on my main channel for catching up to Foodie Beauty and what she is saying. Thank you so much. Smash the like button. And can I say, if you won't join me, I guess I'll see you another time. Just remember to be safe out there. Take care.